I wanted to give a little lesson in game history while I was kind of, doing my room. And I'm going to give you a lesson about a banned video game that was so obscene and so inappropriate that it actually was banned by the United States government. Or at least was destroyed before it got banned. It was so inappropriate that it was destroyed and deemed harmful. This game is called The Guy Game. Now I know what you're thinking. This game sounds immediately like gay porn. You seem like the type of person who know that this game would be a game about dudes taking their shirts off. Dudes, flexing their muscles and shit. Well, you'd be wrong. The actual game is quite the opposite. You'd think that a game called The Guy Game would show, homoerotic guys dressed up in thongs and shit, daddies walking around, you'd think that it would be that. But it's quite the opposite. The only real guy that is in the game is like one or two people that are doing the interviewing with women. Women. This game's called The Guy Game, not the Bimbo Game. Okay, that was a bad joke. Okay, so The Guy Game was released in sometime in the 2000s, and it just showcased a bunch of women, right? It was basically a game for horny college students. Or any red-blooded American male. Does that mean that gay people are aliens? Like, what? Okay, so it was made for any red-blooded American male. Obviously referring to the fact that gay people are not red-blooded. Yeah, the times were very different back then. Anyway. So The Guy Game was basically a I can't even say that. It was basically a bunch of babes who were just scantily clad. Like, for example, they were wearing like a bikini or something. And they come up to the producers or whoever the fuck, whoever the fuck actually was, doing the hosting. And if they get the answers right, well, I don't think it mattered if they get their answers right or wrong. But if you click on their answers, and sometimes, eventually, they take off their shirt. Oh my god, I probably shouldn't even put that on YouTube. The part where I just raise my shirt. But they just, lift their shirt up and show us their naughty bits. You sick fuck. Anyway, so while they didn't even have a shirt, they just lowered their freaking bikini. And this would go on for, I don't know, however long you decided to play the game. And even if you play the game, why would you do it? It's probably the most, why would you even play this game in the first place? Why would you own a copy of this game? This game wasn't even sold to the public. Well, it was for some point, but it was taken off the shelves very quickly. But not because of all the boobage and the sexual themes and the misleading title for gay men, of course. Even though the cover art showed a bunch of babes too, it didn't even show anything. But there's the issue. The issue was the story behind all this boobies and taking your top off and freeing the nipple. in front of the camera because you got an answer wrong or something like that. One of the people who came onto stage was a minor. That's why the entire game was destroyed. Every copy of the game was destroyed after that. Because the person, one bimbo was actually 17 during recording. And she thought, I'm gonna do this. My birthday is probably tomorrow. Or something like that. So she showed up, flashed everybody who was playing the game and the camera crew and everything, and just left without a trace. And ultimately, she came out and told everyone that they were rapists and stuff. That or they immediately figured out how old she was and then destroyed the game, fully regretting their decisions. And that's the Guy game. The game is pretty weird in the fact that it's really about, chicks and taking your top off. And it was rated M though for some reason. It wasn't, and it was released to the PlayStation. God help us. It was released to the PlayStation. You'd think that it would have a PC port only because, well, it's the Guy game. It has boobies. And it's inappropriate, very sexual, might as well be for adults only. But no, it was released to the PlayStation for some reason, and the Xbox too. It was released to the original Xbox, not the Xbox 360. If you want to play this game, you naughty dog.